What is going on, guys? T-Tizzle here, bringing you another YouTube video. In today's video, I wanted to go over what the best ammo mod augments to use are in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies so that you guys can take your gameplay to the next level. So if you want to know what the absolute best ammo mod augments to use are inside of the game, make sure you watch until the end of the video. For Brain Rot, the best major augment is going to be Pheromone. What this is going to do is the charmed enemy, or the enemy that has been brain rotted, distracts other nearby normal and special enemies for a short period of time. And then the best minor augment is going to be Explosive, which means that charmed enemies explode at the end of Brain Rot's duration, dealing toxic damage. So for Brain Rot, I really was torn between two of the major augments. The first one that I enjoyed using the most used to be Big Game, which would allow Brain Rot to activate on elite enemies like the Amalgam or Abominations, which honestly is very helpful whenever that does happen because those elite zombies can do significant damage to other zombies at high rounds, and also just theoretically gives you one-shot capabilities to all elite zombies in the game. But they recently nerfed this effect and reduced the amount of time the elites or special zombies are impacted, and whenever they are no longer impacted, they go back to being regular non-brain rotted elite zombies, which can be pretty annoying since you will have to wait to kill them. And that's why I prefer Pheromone, because anytime brain rot activates in a zombie, it will make the other zombies go to that brain rotted zombie, essentially acting like a free monkey bomb, which can be extremely helpful. And then for the minor augment, I really did enjoy using the stack with Pheromone and Explosive, because Explosive will have the brain rotted zombies explode at the end of its duration, which can deal toxic damage to nearby zombies. So since those zombies are already being attracted to the brain rotted zombies from Pheromone, it allows the explosion to get more kills, which is why I believe it is the best augment to use on Brain Rot. For Shadow Rift, the best major augment is going to be Explosive Rain. What this is going to do is that enemies that are dropped from portals will explode on contact with the ground. And then the best minor augment is going to be Supermassive, which basically means the singularity lethal radius is increased and kills more zombies. For Shadow Rift, I really love to use Explosive Rain because whenever it activates, it causes enemies that are dropped from portals to explode on contact with the ground, which can cause damage to other nearby zombies. And I can't tell you guys how many times this has helped me kill large groups of zombies as the portal spawns right above my train. Another major augment that I used to love using is going to be Doppelganger. It can be pretty useful as well. However, whenever you stack Explosive Rain, the major augment, with Supermassive, the minor augment, it takes the ammo mod to a whole nother level. Supermassive allows the lethal radius when a zombie is dropped from a portal to be significantly increased, causing it to deal much more damage at a larger radius to every zombie in the area. I also really enjoy using Targeted as my minor augment, which will make the dropped zombies spawn above other zombies, but in my experience it really isn't worth using because 9 times out of 10 the portal is going to spawn over the zombies anyways, especially at high rounds when there are zombies everywhere. So due to how powerful Explosive Rain and Supermassive are together, I would use them for my augments on this ammo mod. For Deadwire, the best major augment is going to be Lightning Strike, which is going to be a bolt of lightning strikes from above, stunning all normal and special enemies in the area. And then the best minor augment is going to be High Voltage, which means that Deadwire is going to deal slightly more damage. Deadwire to me is by far one of my favorite ammo mods in the game and by far one of the most powerful. I love utilizing the Lightning Strike because anytime it activates, it has the ability to one-shot zombies that are in a close proximity, and then all of the zombies that aren't in a close proximity will still get stunned but also deal a ton of damage. Anytime the ability activates, it is really cool and has helped me out a ton in some of them sticky situations at higher rounds. And whenever you stack this with High Voltage, which is going to cause Deadwire to deal more damage, it is just going to make it even more powerful. Stacking this with High Voltage is what is going to cause this special effect to have one-shot capabilities and dealing a ton of damage to other nearby zombies. The other augments for this Deadwire aren't bad, but you will definitely find more use in Lightning and High Voltage because they're stacked so well together. For Relightman, the best major augment is going to be Dual Action, which means consuming a healing glyph will temporarily allow you to heal just a little bit faster. And then the best minor augment is going to be Extra Strength, which means the healing glyph replenishes more health when consumed. And then for Lightman, Dual Action is by far the best major augment to utilize because it is going to allow you to heal faster when activated. And for those of you that have played other zombies games, you are aware of just how slow the regeneration process is inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. So anytime you can increase that, you are really going to do yourself a favor. Another major augment I really did enjoy using was going to be Big Game, but because the elite zombies only spawn every 5 or so rounds, it renders this augment essentially useless until those guys spawns, which is why I prefer dual action that can be utilized in every round and even in boss fights. And then the best minor augment is going to be Extra Strength, which is essentially going to make the healing even more powerful, almost healing you to full health every single time it activates, which is why I love using it. However, if you are playing in a team, you may consider using Express Remedy, but because I primarily play solo, it makes more sense to utilize Extra Strength. For Cryofreeze, the best major augment is going to be Ice Cloud, which means that enemies that are killed while frozen may leave a cloud that slows down other nearby enemies. And then the best minor augment is going to be Liquid Nitrogen, which significantly increases your chance for Cryofreeze to activate. Ice Cloud for Cryofreeze is one of, if not the coolest special effect in the entire game. If you guys have played Origins from Black Ops 2, it reminds me a lot of the Charge Ice Staff Shot, which basically puts a blizzard on the map, destroying everything in its path. Now obviously the Ice Cloud effect is not as powerful as the Ice Staff, but its special ability is essentially the same thing. And whenever you stack this with Liquid Nitrogen, causing the ammo mod to activate a ton, you're going to get numerous Ice Clouds around, which will help you at later rounds as you are trying to take out larger groups of zombies. This is going to be the only ammo mod that I use the quicker activation on for the minor augment, because this one significantly increases the chance for Cryofreeze to activate, making it the most common ammo mod and also the slowest cooldown generation. So this is going to work out really well in some of them later rounds whenever you have a large group of zombies, because it will activate a bunch, and then the Ice Cloud effect does significant damage into higher rounds, causing you to take out those larger groups of zombies a little bit quicker. For Napalm Burst, the best major augment is going to be Firebomb, which means that burned enemies are going to explode on death, which can spread the fire to nearby enemies. And then the best minor augment is going to be Incendiary, which means that each damage stick does have a small chance to spread to nearby enemies. For Napalm Burst, you are definitely going to want to utilize Firebomb stacked with Incendiary, because these two stacked have the ability to cascade for a very long period of time, making them the longest activated special ability of any ammo mod in the entire game. Firebomb is going to allow burned enemies to explode on death, which can then cause the fire to spread to other nearby enemies, which is already great to have because it deals a ton of damage, especially to Manglers. But when you combine this with Incendiary, which means that each damage tick can spread to a nearby enemy, it completely transforms this ammo mod, because more and more zombies continue to get impacted by the ammo mod. If you wanted, I do think that Contact Burn is also a very good minor augment to use, primarily for taking out Manglers, because it is going to allow Napalm Burst to deal more damage, which is very good for taking down the Manglers. But I personally have been enjoying the Firebomb Incendiary stack because of how these two combined can really extend the duration of Napalm Burst, making its duration last an extremely long time. But yeah guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for the video. If you guys do disagree with my list, let me know what augments you prefer to use down below in the comments. And finally, if you guys find this video useful or entertaining, please let me know by dropping a like, leaving a comment down below, and hitting that subscribe button so that you guys never miss another upload. And with that, I'll catch you guys all in the next one.